Hey guys, before you get started on this video, I just want to apologize for a couple things. Sorry that half my head is cut off throughout this whole entire video. It's tragic, but I'm also not going to refilm it because, I got finals. I ain't got time for that. But also, I also want to apologize for the fact that I look like I'm dying. Literally, I look dead. But accept that. That means I'm working hard in school because sleep, what is that? Who is she? But yeah, I just want to say that because this whole video is just kind of like a hot, sleep deprived mess. So I just want to apologize in advance. But anyways, enjoy the video. Give me a thumbs up just purely out of pity. That would be good too. Okay, I'm gonna let you enjoy it. Bye. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, and my name is Kiana, and today I'm gonna be doing a a book haul for the month of December. This is probably the only video you're going to be getting this month, mostly just because I'm really busy. I didn't end up doing a November wrap-up, but trust me, I read quite a few books, more books than I thought, but I'm just, it's a little late in the month to be doing that right now. So this is, yeah, I'm all over the place right now. Finals are just insane. But let's just get started on this book haul. Let's just get immersed into the worlds of books and just forget about the real world, like finals. Should I take off my glasses? Are my glasses they're glaring? Yeah, I'll take off my glasses. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. So first I'm gonna show you the books that are not thrifted, because I mostly buy thrifted books because your girl's on a budget or whatever. But I'm gonna show you all the books that I actually bought full price. So first book I got was Carry On. Of course I had to get this full price because it's a newer book and you have to, and I'm just not willing to wait until it gets into the thrift store. Also, if you hear noise, it's my dog or my cat. They're just on crack today. That's fine. Anyway, I read Carry On in the month of November and I loved it. So I was so excited about starting book 2. I was gonna read it this month, but I started on it and it already seems to be in quite a depressing tone. And I feel like for finals month, I just really can't be reading a bunch of sad books. So I'm just not gonna read this month, but I cannot wait. Also, how cute is this freaking cover? Right, just beautiful. And look at the the actual book. I don't usually like hardbacks that much, but Target was only selling these in hardback, so yeah. Also, I'm not gonna give a super in-depth description on all of these books, mostly just because I have way too many and this would take us way too long to do that, so just deal with it, I guess. Then I got this book. I finally got this because everybody and their mama has been talking about this series, and so I was like, I need to read it. So I went to Target and bought it. No, I got this at Walmart. Yes, I went to Walmart and bought this book, and I'm really excited about it. Basically, it's just about a world where people aren't dying, it's like a utopia, I guess, but low-key dystopia because, the world can get overpopulated, so they have to have people kill people. And I guess this is what this is about. I don't really know the full details of what this book is about, but it sounds hecka interesting, and I cannot wait to read it. So I'm pumped up. Then I got Elevation by Stephen King. I also read this book in the month of November, and this is the first Stephen King book I've ever read. I know, I suck. But I actually really liked it. It's not scary or anything. I think that's why a lot of people didn't like it. It's like a short story. It's a short story. I mean, look how small it is. It's a short story, but it's not very exciting, but I love it still. It basically follows this guy who's losing weight on the scale, very quickly, but he's not, his actual, mass isn't changing at all, and it's really crazy, and, there's, these 2 lesbians that come to town, and they're married, they open up a restaurant, and people are just treating them poorly, and that's just basically all the synopsis talks about. But let me tell you what, this book is really great, and I love it. I just loved it a lot. It's not that exciting book, but I just loved it still. I don't know. To each their own, I guess. You might not like that book. But then I decided, since I loved that book so much, and it was a boring concept, but such a good book, that must mean all his books are good, so I decided to read It by Stephen King. Again, I was going to start this book this month, but then I realized that, girl, we don't have time for this, so I'm not going to start it. But I did get to page 50, and from those 50 pages, I thoroughly enjoy it. I don't really need to describe you what this book is about, because you probably already know, because it's it, okay? Everyone's talked about it. Everyone's either watched the movie or read the book, so it's happened. Okay, and then we're going to get to our thrift portion now. I'm all done with new books, thank goodness, because just those, 4 books? Just those 4 books were really expensive. Now we're going to go on to stuff that I bought online. So I finally ordered off this website called Thrift Books. Because there's some books that have been on like my wish list, things I have to read one day, for a very long time, and I haven't been able to find them at the thrift store, so I decided to go on thrift books before I just decided to pay full price for them, and I found the books I wanted to read. First book was The Perks of Being a Wallflower, which you probably already know about, so I'm not going to even get into detail about what this book is about, but let me tell you what, I read this in the month of November, and let me tell you, girl, it was actually really good, and I loved it quite a bit, and it did touch my heart, and I did cry. Your girl definitely did cry during this book, but it was really good, and it was really odd because it's in like journal form, so like you're reading his life through journals, and I usually hate those, but this book is actually really descriptive, and it felt just like an everyday type book, so I still thoroughly loved it, and I loved all the people in it, and just so good. And then I got Call Me By Your Name, and I actually just finished this book yesterday. That's a lie, I finished it on Sunday, whenever that was, in December, and it's December, yeah, it's December. I was like, is it January? It's not January, it's definitely December, but it was a good book. It's very scandalous. I didn't feel old enough to be reading this book because I've never read a book with sexual activity in it until this book, and it was wild for me, girl. It was wild, but I still loved it. And yeah, I don't think I need to describe this because I feel like everyone knows. It's a coming of age type thing. Not really. It's kind of like coming to terms. Perhaps that. Just finding yourself, and I loved it. And then I ordered Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and this is the third book of the Harry Potter series. I'm trying to read the Harry Potter series because I'm probably the last person to do it, and also I just would like to say at one point in my life that I've finished a series because I've never actually finished a whole series before, which really blows my mind. I almost finished like the Lemony Snicket Unfortunate Events. I don't remember the name of the series. I'm such a weirdo. Okay, anyway, but I think I have like 2 or 3 more books left until I'm done with that, but I'm at this point I'm just not gonna finish it probably. But I was like, let me finish Harry Potter, and so I got book 3, and for whatever reason I could find every single book at the thrift store for Harry Potter except for book 3, and I think it's because this is a very popular Harry Potter book, so maybe that's why it is. I don't know, but I had to buy it online. Unfortunately, it'd be cheaper at the thrift store, but it's fine. And then I got Forgive Me, Leonard Peacock. I read this in middle school, and so I wanted, not middle school, like freshman year of high school or something like that, and I actually really loved this book, and so I want to see if I love it again. And I cried really hard during this book, so I feel like if you cry during a book, you have to own the book because that means it was just powerful and moving. So yeah, that's why I got it. Alright, and that's it for the website. So let's move on to stuff that I got at the thrift store. And girl, let me tell you what, some damage. I got a lot, so let's get started. I got Cut, and this just follows a young girl who is inside like a mental treatment facility. I don't know, is that what it's called? I don't know. But she's there because she cuts herself, and she's with a lot of other different patients with other different types of mental issues going on, and you just follow her journey through that, and I just thought that would be really interesting to read. I read this book in middle school, and I liked it then, but also I had really low standards when I was in middle school, so I can't wait to see as an adult who's studying psychology to see if I still actually like this book. Zeus. He's such a bad dog. Anyway, I just want to see if I still enjoy it. But yeah, if you decide to read this, I'm sure it's a trigger warning because like you should probably know that this book should have a trigger warning because she describes cutting herself in this, and I do remember that vividly from reading it in middle school. So just a warning. It's a short read though, so should go by pretty quick. I'm reading it currently right now. Currently, I'm also reading Nobody Cares, and this is just collective essays. It follows this woman, Annie T. Donahue. I don't know who that is, but she's interesting. It follows her like teenage years. It talks about religion, her spirituality, what to do after high school, all this random stuff. I don't really relate to her all that much. Like I'm already on page 54, and this is today will be the second day I start reading this. I just started it yesterday, and I already know I just don't relate to her at all, but I still am intrigued by her life, and I'm really interested by it, and maybe one day I'll relate more to her. I don't really know, but I enjoy it. And also, how cute is this cover? Isn't this just like the most adorable book you've ever seen? I don't know, I just think it looks cute, like it's embroidered. It looks embroidered. I don't know, I think it's cute. And then I got the selected poems by W.B. Yeats. I don't know how to say this. I'll look it up at some point. But he's like an older poet. He's Irish. I guess he's like one of the few Irish poets, because like when I looked up his biography, like that's like a really big deal. But yeah, and he's like a really well-known poet, I guess. I don't know anything about him. I don't think my teachers ever made me read this, but I found out this was a thrift store and I was like, I must get it, because this is like literally the only poetry book I could find at the thrift store, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll buy it. So. And then I got The Bone Season, and this just follows a dreamwalker. Is she a dreamwalker or something like that? Yeah, she's a dreamwalker. That's illegal. So, you know, people are trying, like, they're out to get her, and she's just, like, mind-blown, because I think she just figures out that she's a dreamwalker. And so I just thought that sounded very action-packed, exciting, magical even. And so I just can't wait to start it. Also, this cover is beautiful. And look at the hardback portion. It's just equally as beautiful. So if the book isn't good, at least the cover was good. Zeusy, my guy. Zeusy. No. Stop digging in something. I don't know what he wants. Okay, and then I got Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, because, you know, I'm just making an assumption here that I'm going to finish book 3 and like it enough to want to continue on in the Harry Potter series. But that could be a lie. I hope I end up liking it, because I bought the 4th book. But girl, look how big this book is. I was shook. What was that? Okay, so that someone was using this as a bookmark. I don't know what that's about, but that's cool. Yeah, this is a big boy. But look I got one of the older covers. I just love the older covers. All right, that's not important. And then I got The Host. I think everyone's probably watched this movie. If you haven't, go ahead and go watch it. Susie, sit. He's not sitting. He doesn't listen. I like the movie, so I was like, oh, I should read the book. Usually Stephenie Meyer's books are very similar to their movies. At least for the Twilight series, I felt like it wasn't exactly the same, but like to me it was like fairly similar. I don't really finish the series because, so let's just say from Twilight to like Half of Eclipse was pretty similar to the book, because I only got to Half of Eclipse because New Moon ruined the whole series for me. Like, keep it real, it ruined the whole series for me, but maybe one day I'll be old enough to try it again. So I'm hoping this is like the same thing. Very fun, very action-packed. I like the movie. I don't know how other people felt, but I liked it. Also, are the books all in the, I'm trying to see if you can see books. Whatever, it's fine. We're fine. Okay, and then I got Room, and this is basically about a woman who's been imprisoned inside of a room for a very, very, very long time. And she has a son who doesn't consider this place a prison, but rather a home. And so, yeah, because he's always been there. But I'm guessing she's probably going to try to escape, and I'm very excited about this. I feel like this is going to be a very interesting, intense thriller type book, and I can't wait to be old enough to read this, because I don't actually know if I'm old enough to be reading a book that's stressful. I just have a feeling that book is just gonna be stressful, and I hate stressful books, but like I want to challenge myself to like grow up a little bit. But I don't know. And then I got the Handbook of Psychiatric Emergencies. This is pretty outdated, but I'm a psychology major, so when I saw something like this, I was like, ooh, how interesting. I'm sure some of this still applies to today. I don't know. Just found it interesting, and I flipped through it and I was like, oh girl, this sounds interesting enough, so hopefully it's good. And then I got Bloodleaf, and so basically this is about a princess who people don't want her to become the queen, but she's gonna become the queen regardless, and she has like Bloodleaf power. Is that what it's called? Bloodleaf power, her blood magic. I don't know, I'm such an imbecile. I'm so dumb. But anyway, guys, I'm really tired. I'm so sorry. But she's not allowed to use her blood magic, which I don't even know what blood magic is, because they say it like we should know, and I don't know. And she has to run away, and she has to live like a normal person or whatever. She has to be like a normie. And she loves it because she has like freedom, and I guess she gets to be whoever she wants to be. And that's exciting. And also, look at this cover, girl. Look at this cover. This just all over sounds really exciting. Kind of gives me, I don't know, it reminds me of like Aladdin a little bit, because like she just wants to go be among the normal people for whatever reason, because being normal is fun. I guess though, in her case, people try to kill her, so maybe I would also want to be normal if that meant I didn't have to die, but I don't know. You know? Being royal seems kind of fun. And then last, but definitely not least, is All the Light We Cannot See. Now everyone and their mama, their granddaddy, and their papa have been talking about this, and I'm just really excited about finally having my hands on it and getting to read it. and finally be able to join the club. And hopefully it's good, because spend money on it. You expect greatness when you spend money. That's just what it is. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it went fast. Hopefully I wasn't talking too fast, but I probably was. And I'm sorry I'm all over the place because I'm just exhausted and I need to sleep. But yeah, if you guys are having finals right now, good freaking luck, you guys. Pass those tests, read some books to like calm you down, disconnect from the interweb, just live your best life, and hopefully we make it out with good grades. So yeah, deuces, y'all. Hope you have a blessed rest of your week, blessed rest of your day, blessed rest of your week, and make sure you're kind to every other student that you meet, because we're all going through a lot right now. So yeah.